Hey, what's up guys? It's me again. This time we will be painting a dog using oil paint. But the same process can be applied for acrylic painting. As usual, I will be using my primary colors, red, yellow, and blue, and also white. And the medium will be liquid. That's the medium that I use all the time when I paint with acrylics, with oils, and that's the one that works better for me. We will start with the bottom layers of the hair, let's say the shadows. We will be using some, we will be mixing some dark brown for that area. We will just mix the three colors to get a brown color, the three primary colors, and add some liquid, and then tapping the canvas gently, not too much pressure, because if you apply too much pressure, what you will do is you will be just removing the paint instead of adding paint. So it's better just if you tap the brush against the canvas. We'll be covering all the shadows, or all the brown areas. Right now I'm about to work on the eyes, because actually that's the first thing that I always like to do. That's the main thing, the first thing. I don't know why, but that's me. That's what worked for me. So probably for you it might be different, but I like to make the eyes first. For some reason I started with something else this time, but let's work on the eyes. Usually the dogs, they have like green, blue, or orange eyes, but most of them have an orange color. In this particular occasion, the dog has orange eyes, so we will be making some light orange for the eye. I will let you see the process, how I mix the colors, how I apply the paint. In some cases you will see that I will be fast forwarding the video because it might get so boring. The whole process took me 3 hours, and I was really satisfied with the final result. So if you really like to invest some time in your paintings, you will have some amazing product or amazing results. I will let you watch the video, and I will explain some of the parts, so I don't want to be too repetitive or just talking with no sense. Right now I'm creating some black, because as I always said, I like to make my own black, because in that way I will not have problems with the saturation or contrast in the painting. In some cases I will use black out of the tube, because if the area is too big, I don't want to waste too much of my time in paint. I would just grab the black color and paint the whole area, especially if it's a background. That, to me, background have they don't have that much importance, or is that a word? Well, let's say that is a word, but they are not that important. That's what I'm trying to say. So for that reason, I just used the black out of the tube, and that worked for me. We will use the same black for the iris and the nose of the little dog. I'm using a 5x7 canvas. I didn't prime the canvas with a different color. I like to tone the canvas. Why? Because it's easier to make mistake if the canvas is just white, plain white. So that, for that reason, I like to coat it with imprimatura. That's how they call it, imprimatura, and it's like a mid-tone brown, and that helps you a lot if you're working with light colors. And also I like to do it because in that way the paint is not absorbed completely, or well, not completely, but in a big percentage by the canvas. In this video you will not see me doing it, but in some others you will see that the canvas look like brown, light brown. Is because I already applied that coat in order to prime the canvas. So I will be using that much paint, and the process will be faster. That's my case. Some other people explain it because in that way the paint attaches better to the canvas. But right now I'm applying some light brown. These are the mid tones of the hair. um, Blending some of the dark brown with the light one in order to make it like softer, to make those lines softer and not too noticeable. I will let you watch the video for now so you can pay attention. Just applying the same color. I added some white because in this area I don't want to make it like in the picture. This area, the body of the dog is blurry. They are just focusing in they just focused in the face, so the body is like blurry. So I will just apply some paint with the same color and trying to use the same how do you call it, the same color, let's say the same color, but there's another word. And but before doing that, I will be working on the background, because in that way I will be able to add that hair, that effect of the hair like coming out of the dog and covering the background. So for that reason I decided to go ahead and work in the background around the dog, because that hair coming out of the dog will look better if the background is already in place. Still working on the shadows, some shadows and midtones. And even though this is the and even if you see that this is the bottom layer, I am following the direction of the hair. I'm not just applying the paint randomly. I'm following the direction of the hair, because that will be useful later on. The lightest part of the hair. This video was shot in 3 days in 3 stages. In the first day, just the bottom layer, with the shadows and body. The body I didn't put too much emphasis in the body, because what the first thing that you see in the photo, the picture, is the face of the dog. The body is out of focus, so for that reason I just apply some black paint. Well, actually that was the color of the body, the dog's body, but I didn't add too much detail to. That's what I'm trying to say. Not too much detail, just laying down some paint and adding some blur or some light areas in order to create some texture. And right now I'm just blending the shadow of the dog with the background. If you see, I'm trying to make that line blurry, and that create that effect of shadow and makes it look much better. The first day is almost done. Well, for the first day I used 1 hour. It took me 1 hour to get all that done. The bottom layer. For the bottom layer, as you see, it's just like a rough sketch of the dog. There's not that much detail. I was thinking about to add some highlights, but the paint was so wet. For that reason I didn't add it. But still working on some of Small details, trying to get some work done. Adding some highlights here, some highlights there, but again, even if I add a lot of white to the paint, when I mix it with the other one, the light paint turn brown, like not brown but a mid-tone, not light tone as intended. But yeah, if you see, I'm just applying some light paint on some of the areas, some of the lightest hair, or the hair that is being touched by the light. That's to create that effect of shiny hair. So for the shiny hair will be at least 3 layers. This is the first one. I might apply 1 or 2 more. It depends on my mood. Sometimes I overdo the painting, sometimes I just do it in the easiest way, the lazy way. But it doesn't matter. I always make every single one of my paintings with pride, no matter what. I can't believe that I made this part of the video to last only 11 minutes. It was a lot of editing. Some highlight to the eyes, fixing some of the areas in the eyes. Some of the edges. Day number 2. Finally day number 2. If you can see, the painting looks a little bit more soft. It was because I was blending. After finishing, I didn't like the final result, so I started blending some of the edges, make them softer. But I didn't record that part. I apologize, but I will show you how to do it in yeah, I think it is this part of the video. Right now I'm gonna start working on fixing some of the tones, because once you blend the paint, it might get lighter, it might get darker. So right now I'm about to fix some of the shadows, some of the highlights, separate the mid-tones from the dark tones and the light tones, because that's what make your painting look more realistic, more vivid. And I'm just letting you watch how long it takes me to get the right color. Some people get frustrated because they don't get the right color instantly. No, it happens to everybody. I think that it took me 2 minutes to get the right color for the first layer of the highlights. Well, actually the second layer of the highlights. So don't feel frustrated if it takes you 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 minutes. It doesn't matter. As long as you do it right, take your time. Take your time. I rather take my time getting the right color than doing something that is not going to look good. I'm testing it right now. And as I apply the paint, I see that it's not light enough, so I add more white. But always making sure that it's not too white, too light, because the white can overwhelm the rest of the colors, and it will mess up the contrast of the painting over the picture if you don't use the right amount of white. I think that is good enough for now at this point. So I start to add some of the highlights. If you see, it's creating that shining effect, like when the light hits the hair and you can see like the hair shining. I will let you see how I apply the paint, and I think that after this I will start softening the edges of the paint. I like working in oil paint better than acrylics, and I will explain you why. When I work with acrylics, I gotta be fast, really fast. But when I work with oils, I can take my time. I can take my time mixing the colors to make them like to make them look as close as they are in the picture or in my model. So that's why I like to work in oils better. I'm adding some oranges to the shadows. As I told you before, I'm trying to fix the colors. I'm trying to separate the shadows from the highlights. Right now I am softening the edges. That's what I did before. That's why you saw that the paint didn't look in the same way when I stopped doing it. I'm trying to mix those edges, but not going all the way inside the white or the brown area. Just in between the two colors, just in between. When they touch each other, I just tap with the brush and try to move a little bit up and down, and it will blend the edges really nice, and it will make them look smoother. As I was telling you, I like to work more with oils, but if your kid is the one painting, I will recommend you to use acrylics because they are not toxic. Oils can be toxic. There's like some water-based oil paint, but I'm not a big fan of those. I tried them and I didn't like them. Right now I'm applying some highlights, some shiny parts in the eye and the nose, and still fixing some of the areas and softening the areas, making the darker tones using some orange and the lightest tone with the white. It's looking much better right now. Just be careful. Don't overdo it because it will look like a mess. Always remember to separate the mid-tones from the dark tones and the white tones, the light tones. That's really important when you're trying to do some realistic paintings, even drawings. Just softening the edges. This is my favorite part when you the first day is the ugly day, the suffering day. Then the second day is it's much better, and now we're going to the third day. This is the day when you feel like, oh my god, finally I'm done with this painting, and I just can't wait to see the result. At this stage I will just add some highlights in the hair, some dark spots like the ears, the shadows, and just softening, adding some lights and shadow, fixing the tones. I already showed you how to do all this, so that's why it's going fast. You just need to pay attention to what I'm doing and then just recreate the same process. You already know how to mix those colors. You already know what to do, how to blend, how to make it look softer, how to make it look lighter for the rough edges. Just working on small details. Actually, I don't know if I worked 4 days or 3 days on this painting. Well, let's say that this is still third day, and this is the third layer for the highlights. The third layer. Again, I'm gonna let you see how long it takes, and you can move the paint. You saw what I did right there. You can just move the paint to make you feel more comfortable when you apply the paint to the painting or to the canvas. Whatever makes you more comfortable. Comfortable. Yeah, that's the word, comfortable. And right now I will just work mostly on the white hair or the hair that is being it's being touched by the sunlight or whatever source of light is hitting the hair. It might be a light bulb. Candle, no, not a candle because it looks too light. Let's say the sun. See, I'm applying, following the same direction, like an arc shape to the left, and then another arc shape to the right. One thing that I didn't like about what I did is that I didn't soften the edges at the end of the painting, but it's alright. I'm still satisfied with the process, with the result, but I think that I should have I should have blend the edges of the hair to make it look more realistic and don't see those rough lines. But after all, no, I think that it's a really decent painting. See, I'm working the hairs. More hair, more hair. It's a hairy dog. And that's the other thing that I don't like about painting pets. It's too much hair. When you paint a portrait, it's really simple and easy. When you paint a dog or a cat or whatever you're painting that is an animal, oh my god, it takes forever to make those tiny hairs. And believe me, I try not going too crazy when I'm painting the hair. I don't like to paint every single hair. I have seen some people that they do that, and it's time consuming. I'm not gonna do it. I will let you watch the end of the video. Thank you for watching. I will be trying to upload some more videos. Subscribe, like, comment. If you want to see something else, how to make this, how to do that, just leave it in the comments. I will try to do it. Sometimes I'm busy, sometimes I'm not, but I will try to make some more videos for people that really wants to learn how to paint using all media, because I like to do it with acrylics, oils, watercolors, colored pencils, but oil is the one that I like to use the most. Thank you once again, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.